What's up, everyone? It's Snapper77. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a war we had against Alliance. They were called FMup13 or something like that. I don't know if I got that right for how they say it. If it's just maybe it's FMup13. But yeah, that was our war. It's our war against them. We ended up winning the war. It was close for a while, and then near the end we just pulled away. But when it was getting close to time to getting our boss open, the war was really close at the time. This war went really well for me. I actually managed to do my path without giving up any kills. I did use boosts and some pots to ensure that I wasn't going to give up any kills. Luckily, I didn't have no MODOK on the bleed stun of me this time, which was nice for a change. This node was a mystic. I was sure it was strange because it's an enhanced unblockable L2. So I didn't want to. I just brought in Sparky. These first two nodes are unblockables. It's just safe to take in Spider-Man just in case, you know, you end up getting hit with an L2 or an L1 that does more damage. It could potentially be a kill. So I brought in Stark Enhance for this node, and it was Stark Enhance. Spider-Man got him down before he could even get close to using that L2. The next match was unblockable L1. I was thinking it was a Cosmic. I was thinking of bringing in Ghost Rider for this one, but I changed my mind just because it was that unblockable L1. I was thinking about bringing in Ghost Rider because I was thinking it could possibly be a Medusa, but they weren't showing any champs there. They were showing an Angela, but I was thinking it's probably not going to be Angela. It's probably going to be a Cosmic Spidey, and that's what it ended up being. And that's why I brought in Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, just because of that L1. You know, if you slip up and he hits you with it, and you know it could cost you a health potter or whatever there. Even though Stark Enhanced Spider-Man's got the class disadvantage there, it doesn't really make much of a difference on this fight. Typically, that's who's on this node is Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, that's mainly just because he doesn't have auto evade full time, but the node has unblockable L1, so it makes him somewhat useful. This L1 is really not too bad, especially when you got Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. And I got that node down, 2 nodes down, and pretty well still full health going into the All or Nothing node. This node was Science, and I was thinking it was Ant-Man. Ant-Man's typically what you see here when it's showing Science. So I was thinking that my power drain could potentially fail me, so I was going to try and hopefully get lucky and get some taunts going on and not have to worry about relying on my power drain. I was just going to build up my 10 poise charges here. I jumped on that opening attack there off the parry, and then the plan was just to build up my 10 poise charges there, and then get a combo in and try and bait out a special with taunt. I think he hits me in this match. I think I did get hit once. I can't remember. I missed a parry or something, or he got me on a double L right there. Yeah. He caught me at the end of his L1 there, and it took maybe about a level 2 potion off me, maybe level 3. I was not worried about that. Fight went pretty well in that one little mistake. And heading now for section 2. I ended up having to wait quite a while. I think I did this node just before I went to bed. I had to stay up late just to get this node down. It was a 4-star Cosmic. And for some reason, I was thinking it was going to be a Medusa, and I was going to bring Ghost Rider in, and then I thought, no, they probably wouldn't place a 4-star Medusa. They'd play for a duplicate champion. It would be a 455 if they were going to put a duplicate in. So I really didn't know who was going to be on this node then, because we already seen Symbiote Spider-Man, and I was thinking what other possibilities could be, I guess, like with Limber. Then I started thinking could be King Groot, and that's who it ended up being, King Groot. I really wasn't sure who it was going to be, so I just went in with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, even with the class disadvantage. This match actually did not go all that great, but yeah, I missed a parry. Oh no, he got me on. I wasn't fast enough on the evade. I got caught again in this match somewhere, and I was like just so lucky, because on this node, if you get hit, the chances of getting stunned are ridiculous. And the amount of times I got hit on this fight and didn't get stunned, I was just so lucky. Yeah, they're like, and once you get stunned on this node, it's like it lasts for a lifetime. And so I was able to recover for that. It didn't take too much damage for getting hit a bunch of times. Luckily, King Groot doesn't hit all that hard. And I was just gonna counter this L1 and then go in for the kill here. And then that was the end of that node. Next fights are in the morning time, I believe. I'd just woken up and I was waiting to be cleared there to do the next node, and I was getting a little bit stressed out because I had places to be, and I wanted to, and Jaden had to do the poison node over in lane 6, so I didn't have any backup. And I was getting really close to having to go out, and I needed to get that bleed stun immune node down. So I had to wait there. And then I'd thrown some boosts on here and hoping that it was going to carry over into the next fight, but it didn't end up happening. I lost that one of the health boosts I had on there. I lost out on using that. Yeah, my plan here was to throw on boosts and be able to roll on right through to the boss with my boosts up, but it didn't end up working. I had to throw additional boosts after this match. I was thinking it was going to be Punisher on this node. Punisher is typically on this node. It's or Agent Venom. Could have Agent Venom and Punisher, two common placements for skill champions. Thankfully, it ended up being Punisher, because Agent Venom, he gets around Stark Enhanced Spider-Man's auto evade, so you end up having to block that L1 and feeding him power. This fight went really smooth. Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, I don't think I got hit, or maybe if I did get hit, I did think it was just once, but I didn't take very much damage at all. Yeah, I didn't want to risk using. I was saving I was gonna pop an invulnerability boost there, but I wanted to have invulnerability boost for the stun bleed immune, and then the mini boss topped up Spider-Man's health there, just to make sure. Even though I didn't need Spider-Man after this fight, the war was really close at the time, and I just thought I'm gonna be really safe here and throw on a health pot there, top him up. So I was just going to build up my 10 place charges, and I knew I was going to end up having to deal with the L1 there. Just block it and let auto evade take care of itself. His L1 doesn't really do too much damage. It's his L2 you really don't want to see. His L2, it just does a tremendous amount of block damage, and yeah, so that's he evaded that one there. So, and I just went in for the kill here. It was a nice clean match, and now I'm just waiting on to be cleared to be able to do the bleed stun immune node. This node I knew it was the same guy he had placed on the bleed and the poison node, and he was I was scared there for seconds. It showed me over there on the poison lane. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, so I knew this was going to be either Mordo or Magic, because he was showing it in his profile, and it ended up being Mordo on the poison node, so I knew it was going to be Magic. So I threw on some skill I think I threw on some skill power gain and skill special damage boosts, and the invulnerability boost, which I think is my favorite boost to use, especially when you're facing those Mystic champions, because right off the bat, I said I'm not even going to worry about Magic's L3. I'll try and bait it, but I'm not going to stress over it. If I have to need an L3, it's not going to do any damage. And by the time she rolls around to her next L3, I'm probably going to have her possibly close to being dead. So that was the plan there, was just to go in and throttle her with Blade and hope that he bypassed the bleed with his danger sense. He ended up bypassing the bleed, which was an extra added bonus too. It gave me a little bit of comfort to not have to worry about trying to regen some of that bleed damage. And yeah, nice start. Got some intercepts in, and then she wasn't baiting here, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it looks like I'm gonna beat an early L3 here. And there it is. So I was like, she's 10 hits into the fight and I'm already eating an L3. This is great. Invulnerability though, so I'm safe for now, but I got some work to do here now. I was pinned in the corner here, and then I didn't get the evade on the evade on her the last part of her heavy. So now I'm just gonna hope that she's a little more cooperative baiting that L2, and she ended up throwing the L2 there, and I was like, thank God, drop my L2 here. I'm thinking this is probably gonna take her close to the end, and the bleed was getting her down there. I could have dropped the L2 there or previously before that. I probably should have, but I ended up going for a counter attack on her next series of attacks. Now I was just trying to motor here because I wanted to make it to the mini boss while I still had my invulnerability boost on. I was gonna switch. I think I threw on an added health boost here or something like that, because the other one had expired from earlier. Yeah, I threw on a 15% health boost there, just because I was thinking at the time I'm going to be able to fight Medusa here, but I'd forgotten that the Dormammu mini boss on the top left still hadn't been taken down, and so yeah, I got this snowed in, and then I was gone for the day, and then I ended up coming back at work, and we ended up winning the war, which was nice. We've been on a little bit of a losing. I make a mistake here coming up. I sometimes with blades you get a little too reliant on that unstoppable, and yeah, see, I attacked with the unstoppable there, and the invulnerability boost saved my my mistake there, and the rest of the match was mistake free. I didn't make that mistake again. And that was my war. We ended up winning, which was nice because we've been on a little bit of a losing streak to start the season off. But looking to maybe put up a few wins there. We had some retiring players there coming in, so we were getting used to some new players in the alliance, and trying to get everything all in order there for the rest of this season. And that's my video there. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good one.